Namaste, my beautiful queens. I don't think there are many kings in this reading will be. This reading I will do set of 3 cards. So while I am talking, please choose number 1, number 2, or number 3. And this is how it is going to be. We will look, his heart tells him this. His mind tells him this. And I will not look in here which he will listen to and what he will act, because with all this craze going on, we kind of we have broken through the dark. It is starting to lighten up, and it should be more or less fine and vibrating on a high normal frequency vibration, probably by the end of May, beginning of June. So if you notice, I prefer more deeper readings now, deeper, going into deep meanings of the card, which let's be honest, nobody goes into that. Nobody on YouTube goes into the so-called deep meaning of the card, because it is complicated, it is very philosophical, it's very deep, but there are messages out there for you, and you can listen to it several times. But what happens is when I go there into deep meanings, it's very difficult on physical level. It's kind of like if I'm trying to breathe, but it's hard to breathe. But I'm trying to give you deeper messages now, because we are in such crucial times right now. We have to really go deep and see what is there. This is one of the reasons why all this craze started to happen, to force us to look finally deep inside. So the first card will be his heart tells him this. Second, his mind tell him this, and will be 3 sets of cards, because I simply physically won't be able to do more than 3, because I want to go deep, especially if we're talking with his heart, especially if it's a major arcana. Something I wanted to please ask you to do. The wait time for the reading, for the short reading, 15-minute reading for half a price, could be up to 10 days, because I have too many requests. And one more thing, please, if you are going to write me in your email, I went to this and this psychic, or those and those psychics, and they told me this, then please go back to them. Because I'm not going to say what other psychics, because I've received close to 20 emails from, this is why I made a post about twin flames today. I was told I am a twin flame by this and this psychic, or by some other psychics. I would instantly simply refund the money and will send you to that psychic. So let that psychic take responsibility for the lies she's telling you, and deal with consequences about the lies she's choosing to tell you, or simply she's not capable of determining nothing, but just tells you something for your money. That is not my case, my beautiful queens. No matter, even if you pay me $3,000, if I simply don't want to, but I was told this and it's not there, I will tell you what I see there. If it's beautiful and wonderful, and if you are a twin flame, I will tell you you are, because I have no right not to tell you, because this is my job. And believe me, I never have fun telling you, hey, okay, are you prepared for the job? But if you are not, I cannot tell you you are what you are not. If you are a tiger, I cannot tell you you are a swan. I cannot do this. So if someone told you something and you come to me and I tell you you are not, but you are telling me, but that one told me this, please go back to them. Let them be your guides, not me. So his heart says, his mind says. I'm asking for the spirits of fire, earth, air, and water to give us the answers to our questions, the guides, the keepers, the divine, the forces of love and light. And please Whatever is there, I'm gonna tell you, girls. Whatever the cards will say, I will tell you. These are your messages. I'm not pre-choosing the cards, putting them down, and then just tell you whatever. Otherwise, it's gonna make no sense. Okay, his heart says number 1. His mind says, set of card number 1. Checking if I'm not holding it upside down. His heart says, his mind says, his heart says, his mind says. And I do not know which he will listen. If there are going to be information, I will tell you, but we are not looking into that. Number 1, set of card number 1, set of card number 2, set of card number 3, whatever is here. And where is my coffee? I don't have any. I will tell you, so I'll just go. Set of card number 1, his heart. And please forgive me if I'm going to do this, because this is whenever I go deep that happens, unfortunately. So first one, his heart tells you, oh, hermit mode. So in this case, my beautiful queens, definitely that's not a simple thing. It's not something, you know, Johnny liked Jane, Jane liked Johnny. The thing is that in this case, because this is the heart, in this case, his heart, probably he's not acting like he is willing to look deep inside. He's not willing to look deep inside and to see that light is there. He's probably very stuck. Let me actually see. Yeah, my goodness, how fun. It's just unbelievable. Thank you guys. Unbelievable. Look at this. So I will, maybe I should start with the, you see, emperor control freak, absolutely not. So no, he does not want to go get inside. Oh girls, this is so powerful. Whoever chose this number 1, that's something. This is totally 2 major arcana. Please pay attention. The 2 cards, only 2 cards, and already 2 major arcanas. So this is of course the many lives connection here. So he's ruling everything. He's stuck in the 3D. He doesn't want to get out of 3D. He will not budge. And his heart tells him, look inside. His spirit, unfortunately, he's so stuck in his power. It's a powerful man. Girls, if your boy works in you know, grocery store as a cashier, this is not the case. Emperor is there, someone who has at least some power. Emperor is ruling his empire, whereas a small empire, medium empire, or big empire, but emperor is not someone who is, you know, trying to survive. It emperor is emperor, so he has something to lose. If he chooses you, he definitely, there would be a risk to his empire. So you see, his lifestyle prevents him to look deep, and you have come into his life. You were pretty much jammed into his life. My God, I'm afraid I don't have enough time. And you're forcing him to look deep inside, forcing him to look deep, not outside. See if he has still his throne, if he still has his power in 3D. No, his heart says, look deep inside, look inside of you. Is that what you really want? Is that something what really makes you happy? Is that something what your soul really wants? Look deep inside of yourself. This is the it connected with so-called level 9, and this is a card which is called Prism of God. This requires him to come out of 3D into 4 and 5D, which is terrifying him, because he's afraid if he's gonna go deep there, he might realize, and for sure will realize, that this is nothing. What he was building, what he was creating, what he feels so important, so crucial for joy and happiness. So this all is just nothing. It's just pshik. It's just no value. The material things don't bring neither joy of heart nor satisfaction. Of if it does bring satisfaction, very temporarily satisfaction, he lost his inner light. He was so happy in this position he had for quite a bit of time. He was enjoying where he was, where he was, power, control, everything he had, everything he built. It was kind of like his biggest achievement. Then you came into his life, and suddenly it's not making so much sense anymore. The job he was doing is not bringing joy anymore. The money he has not satisfying anymore. The worshipping of other people of him as an emperor is not bringing no joy anymore. So he's forced to look deep inside, to stay alone with himself, and you are forcing him to look deep inside and tell him, and you have to leave the material and in your spirit to travel inside of your own essence, to see the true eternal wisdom, a true eternal knowledge. And this is not some karma which only got a couple of lives between you two. This is deep, this is big. So this is, you are, he loves you and hates you because you shook his world to the core. Funny thing, girls, this would be an absolutely bright demonstration of my own. Like, this is like 100% of me and him, emperor and hermit, because I am a hermit by nature. I constantly, since my very beginning of my life, as a TF, I was activated at 3, so I was deep in my own spirit. That's how I survived. And he built an empire, and he's an emperor. It's our king, and I came, and I unfortunately, or fortunately, I made him go inside of him. So that's not something he enjoys or likes, but this is something I was a part of a job. So you are the same thing. So interesting thing that this is the self-isolation. This card also made the self-isolation. So now he's forced to spend a lot of time alone, and now he doesn't have to go rule empire, because empire is probably being closed, if it's a hospital or an office or his business or whatever. And now he has to spend a lot of time alone, and now he forced to look deep and ask himself, who's she, why she came, why she was given to me, who was orchestrated it. She is a destiny, but what do I do with it now? What do I do about it now? What do I do about us, about her, about myself? If I lose this and go for the soul, spirit, essence, eternal love, will I be happy? Will I still feel like myself? Who am I without the throne? Who am I without all this paraphernalia which made me into this emperor? And he's looking deep inside, especially in the moon. He's not sleeping. He's looking at the moon, at the stars. He's thinking about you. He's thinking about you. He's thinking about you. He's thinking about his life, what he really wants. He's facing his soul right now. What he will choose, we don't know, but this is big. This is very big. You know me, I would be talking till tomorrow. Number 2, excuse me, what his heart says. Lose your freaking, what is it? Is it going to be the same? Like this heart. You don't need the Pentacles, King of Pentacles, especially if you're dealing with my queens, with the earth sign. I'm sorry, emperor could be anybody, but usually emperor connected with fire sign, but because the emperor can be anybody in the fire sign, water sign here, so it can be anyone: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But here we are dealing with, if you're dealing with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, because we have Pentacles and his mind. And his mind, interesting. Look at this. So there are many things here. Queen of Swords. If you are, this is so clear, like as clear as a day. If you are in a third-party relationship, this is his wife. The wife is very, very, very sharp, very, very, very harsh, very, very, very not how to tell you, Queen of Pentacles together with reversed King. Once upon a time, a long time ago, she was a friend, she was a wife, she was a partner. They were supporting each other. They were, you know, look, if you are in third party, because I will tell you if you're not. And then suddenly something happened. So as you can see, it's a very cold heart. Again, I am not describing, because I got this thing, I was absolutely shocked. I am not describing the sign of Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I'm not describing a zodiac. I am describing the characteristic of the card of Queen of Swords. It's just that swords are connected with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but I'm not describing the sign, because I got this email from Libra telling me I hate Libra because I was describing Page of Swords, and I said that it possibly could be Libra because swords are connected with air sign. But I was describing a card. I wasn't describing the zodiac. And my son is Libra, my Tommy, my twin flame, my rainbow crystal vibration. So if it's a third party, what it is, reversed King. So she used to be his friend, his wife, everything was good, but it was a long time ago. Then what happened? She turned into his enemy, kind of like they started to have lots of issue. Why also issues? Because they are very different. We are having more of the Queen of Swords. She's more in intellect and more in air. So she, as a woman, she is kind of a woman who likes everything to be in order, particularly. No, I want this here, like kind of a perfectionist. The King of Pentacles is earthy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. He's in reversed position. So if his heart tells you that, you know, you have to let her go and you have to be with the one you love, but unfortunately he's afraid if he leaves the marriage, the wife, he's gonna become so poor and so miserable that you there is a thing, you will not need him anymore, or he will not be able to give you the life he wants to give you, you deserve. So he's afraid, and his heart tells him, you know, forget about it. This woman doesn't give flying rat's ass, sorry my language, about your pentacles. She loves you, she wants to be with you. Interesting that oh my God, it was so hard to talk. If we're talking about on a deeper level, it's interesting that the male aspect of King of Pentacles reverse, it has a lot of fiery energy of earth, very passionate. And he's extremely he wants you to keep on seeing him in upright position, and his heart tells him she doesn't care about how much money you have, but he wants you to see him as on the highest level of spirit, of material thing, of achievement. So it's a ruler, but the problem is the reversed King of Pentacles on a deeper level requires the high priestess, not unfortunately, such type of a woman who is a little bit, she's strict. It's a strict woman. She's strict, and she's somewhat pedantic and cold, and he needs a high priest as his great goddess. He needs you. His heart tells you it's her. If you are not in third party relationship, then this is his logical part is more feminine. But what you have to understand, that Queen of Swords is more male by character than a female. It's kind of like a, you know, like a man, but in as they are usually, they very often, they're very beautiful outside, but kind of such a tough character that, you know, it's a man. He can, you know, break through the concrete wall and protect the land, protect the people, so on. So this is his feminine part as the Queen of Swords. So the mind tells him, no, keep on to where you are, because if you choose her, you are going to go and get in reverse position. You're going to lose everything, and she will not need you if you are not the upright position king. So please just, you know, stay where you are. The thing is that this is his card. This is reverse, so he already reversed. It's kind of no turning back, but his mind is very strong, but he already is not at peace with himself. It's all upside down. He is in reversed position. He tries to keep control, but he can't keep control. So far the sword is stronger. His mind, he's preferring to listen to it, but at the same time he is not same time he clearly understands that his life is upside down. His life turned upside down because of you, and it's never gonna be the same. He understands that without you he will not be able to function anymore. It's like you are this missing puzzle. You are this piece he needs to feel peace. But at the same time he is afraid to walk at the edge. It is scary because it's so many situations can be here. Can be he could lose money, he could lose opposition because it's somehow connected to this queen, because it's upside down. It's an influence of Saturn here, and his heart tells him you will be in reversed position. You're never going to be able to feel full and complete without that woman. But you know, mind tries to still control. So how things are gonna be, we don't know. And oh, beautiful. This is interesting. This is very interesting. Oh, how many of you in third party? How many of you in this absolute hell? Hierophant. Double meaning here in Hierophant, because I do not know why so many people consider that it's a marriage. This card means marriage only if it's together with the card of justice. Sometimes just Ace of Cups and so on. By itself, Hierophant is connected with social rules. He is because who is Hierophant? It's a pope. It's the card, the symbol of Hierophant is a pope. And what is pope? Is he married to somebody? Of course not. He is a celibacy. He is keeping celibacy. Of course, very little of them throughout history, such like Borgias, they were far away from celibacy, but this is what it means. So He is he's connected with all dogmas and social rules, and unfortunately connected with also now religious fanatism. And when there is a religious fanatism, it's the only way you can do is run away, because but in this case it's simply there, his mind, what his mind tells him. His mind tells him that if I decide to be with her, it has to be done by all the social approval. The problem is, if your tandem is somehow gonna be risky for his social position, the Hierophant is very little uh, very little chances here that he will budge. And this one doesn't go against society, even if it's a passion there, even if it's a love there, even if it's something else there. He's traditionalist, he must be respected, and he holds himself under rigid control. So his mind tells him, hold yourself under rigid control. I already said you before that the example of Hierophant is Twilight Edward, from Twilight. It's like this man which mentality is from 200 years ago. It's this is this nobility, this is this honor, and it doesn't matter what century is right there. So but if he chooses to be with you, it's gonna be only marriage, only marriage. It's not gonna be nothing against his dogmas, against his morality, against what he believes. But if he is married, girls, there is a chance of very slim, because he follows the rules, even if deep inside it's very, very, very tough, but they don't break their own rules. They have high ideals. They think they have high ideals. I saw just stubborn fanatics in what come to Hierophant, or someone who wants to keep the position, but some of them do believe that they have high ideals. So his mind tells him, you must be good in the eyes of society, but his heart tells him, holy moly, how long you would be living your life relying on what others want, what others tell you is right, what others tell you is correct. Three of Cups, my dear girls, sometimes show to third party, but sometimes they show also the name of this card is also the wedding bells, and it's a true joy and true happiness. His heart is with you. His heart says, you feel alive when you're with her. You feel like the spring has come again. Sometimes it is engagement, and his heart, as if she was your wife, if she was with you, you would laugh every day. You would see the colors of the sky, and then the stars shining brightly. It's a holiday of love. She makes you feel alive. She makes everything in you vibe, and such strong feelings. He has to you. His heart is there, and he's also see you some type of a perfection. He's charmed by you. His heart sharing your love, and there is love in his heart there. But it's so tough when heart is this, but mind is Hierophant. Emotionally, he's connected with you by feelings and emotions, but this is so tough. It's like this is the story of one of the key to you probably please look it up online. This beautiful book, which was later made into a movie called Thorn Birds. In Russian, it's Поющие в терновнике, Thorn Birds. When he was a priest and she was a girl he loved all his life, but he was a Catholic priest, so he couldn't go for it, and how they suffered because, there's such a stupidity when, because of religious dogmas, people refuse from the gift of God's, which is love, the source, the base of everything. Beautiful movie, but you won't believe, but one of the key twin flames I've met a year ago, it was a similar story to this, like songbirds. He was a high range of a Catholic priest, and she is his twin flame through hundreds of lives. Beautiful and sad story, which she had written recently into a book. I think hers will come first. Mine is gonna blow this world. It's what I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's like this. His heart is all there with you in dreams and dreams and hopes, and it's like you bring life to him, joy to him, spring to him. But mind, of course, is very stiff, so we'll see. This, my beauties, everything I can tell you. I think I will not do any more readings today. This kind of exhausting, so I am wishing you all the best. I'm still doing the discounted readings. If you need me, contact me. I will do my best to answer your questions and do your readings. Namaste.